All right. So I didn't see you for a while, right? All right. So you last week? No? Yes? No. All right. So okay. Any insights, questions from practice? How's everything with you?
I have a question about a couple of the exercises.
Okay. All right. We lost Melanie. No questions. And anybody else?
If Melanie comes back, I'll let her go. But I heard your name pop up in the Tim Ferriss podcast recently, and I was curious if you had ever connected because he said he was going to introduce you to Nsima and Yang. Does that name sound familiar? He's a powerlifter, bodybuilder guy, does jujitsu. Anyway, he promotes something called rope flow, which I recently got into, and it kind of I feel like it complements Happy Body. It's like a skill-based practice. That's been a lot of fun to do at the end of the day before I go to bed. Curious if you had heard of that or him if you knew him.
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, I can send the link after.
Yeah, send me the link so I'll look into it. Let me see into the chat. Um,
Here it is.
yeah, see. Okay. On Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, I can send you his YouTube as well. Yeah, he was on Tim's podcast, and it was all about functional flow stuff. I mean, he's huge.
Oh, I see.
Um, yeah,
But the
so so he
movement.
does a lot of stuff outside. Yeah, it's Nigerian.
Yeah. Looks like a bodybuilder and movement, and which is contradictory because usually bodybuilders are not flexible.
Yeah,
Because
he talks about that a lot. They have, they're very stiff.
they're tight. You know, the muscle makes them tight. So
Yeah.
because they pump the muscle, muscle becomes big and the limited motion habits. You know, I started with Bikram yoga for about 2 years, and in certain things that people were doing, I couldn't do. Too big muscle, especially legs, that I couldn't really enter certain posture because the muscles were just too big. It's not that I was inflexible; it's just muscles were too big.
Hmm.
So with bodybuilders could be the same thing. It's just they are too big and the flexibility that the happy body has would really work for them very well because the happy body flexibility is mostly hamstrings, spine, and this kind of flexibility is anybody can achieve in spite of how big you are or how small you are. But certain postures like in yoga, the skinnier legs you have, the more you can twist them. But if you have big legs, you will not be able to do that. But there is a definitely uh, interesting mastering flow through movement. Okay, all right, so that's good. Flow is good. All right, anybody else? Questions? Oh, Melanie, you're back. So what's the question?
Well, my husband has joined me with the Happy Body, which is really fun.
Hey, well, that's good. Yeah,
And
the happy body grows on us slowly. Takes years sometimes, and but it's a system that doesn't go anywhere, like Buddhism or yoga. The happy body will not go anywhere because it's a lifestyle medicine or skill of living that accumulates over time. So definitely not really only the science that is connected to it, but also capability of improving and getting better is there too. It's almost like compound interest with money. You give $100 and you have 105, and then you have 108, and then slowly you have 200, and out of 200 you have 5 or 10%, double the money before. So it's this kind of compound interest works with the happy body as well. So you practice, and you become more and more flexible, but and stronger. But at the same time, that flexibility becomes a lot of more every time that you have a little bit more. It's really clear and important, and it's good to have that feedback that through the practice and details and more when you know what you do and how you do, and the more practice you do, the more feedback you get because of connection to what you do. It's as if you play piano and you play it and you did something that would not work, and then eventually it works. And that gives us a lot of pleasure. And the more you play piano, the more difficult it is to correct certain things. But when you correct, there is a lot of pleasure and a lot of fun. It's the same as could be waiting for a goal when you are soccer fan. When you're soccer fan, then there's one goal in 90 minutes. So when actually it happens, well, maybe two, but when it happens, people get crazy and nuts. That's why Europeans, more are more intense when the goals happens. Uh, while Americans, they have sports that there are a lot of goals. Hockey is probably the system that has the least goals, and sometimes not enough, right? So people wait too long. But soccer is the game that we
But,
wait.
but yeah, we're mostly working on riders.
All right, Margaret, switch off mute yourself because we're here. All right, thank you. So definitely the compound interest here is important, and working on it is something that makes us better, but feeling better as well, that everything works and everything is good. So it's good to work on something that actually provides something more than before and works that way. Because you can work on something for 10 years and never get better. So
Yeah. Well, I had a few questions.
I'm happy about your husband then joined the Happy Body. Welcome.
Yeah. And the reason why he's motivated is because he has this ache in his hamstring, and I'm hoping the exercises will help it feel better for him.
Oh yeah.
So I'm teaching him the exercises, and we were learning the last three that you taught. And he, like when you do lying long and the one where you lay on your stomach on sequence 3,
Yes.
on both of those, his legs want to lift up when he lifts up. So I'm wondering what that means, or how he can, or if that's normal, or
You mean what happens?
well, when he's doing like lying long, it's probably the 3.3 What is that called?
All right. Okay.
It's that one where you come up like a sit up, and his legs want to come up when he comes up.
Yeah, that's sometimes people who have heavier upper body than legs, and that's the balance. But also can be very weak in the abs. So
Okay.
when the abs are weak, then the legs will go up.
He can come up pretty good like you do in your when you demonstrate it, he can come up pretty good like that. But since it could be his abs or what you're saying. And then when the other one, when you're 3.2, what is that one called? When you're on your stomach, when he arches his back up, his legs also come up.
Oh,
Is that normal?
yeah, that he can mentally keep himself down with the feet down,
Okay.
right? Because here you can actually, it's not really the flexibility or the weakness. It is that sometimes we do this like a cobra thing that, and then we lift the legs and the upper body. So keep the toes on the ground and mentally keep it, and
Okay.
then the arch the upper body. So that will help the with the arching and using the only spine, right? Instead of using the lumbar area of the spine.
Okay.
The whole spine has to work, and the hips can go into the ground, and it helps to use the bend in the groin area instead of in the lumbar area. So once the legs go up, we are more in the lumbar area where it bends. But once we keep the legs on, you can bend in the groin area instead of the lumbar area. It's like
Okay.
walking. It's like walking the same thing. It's like we we walk with the hips forward, right? So then the hips, the groin is forward instead of walking with the belly forward like that, right? So the same as the arch, we should arch this way, right? And not that way. So it's where the arch happens. So that's the lift off, right? When the lift off happens, we should be able to, this should go into the ground and we should arch this way, right? Instead of arching that way. So we want to prevent of arching in the lumbar area of the spine.
Okay. I'll have to watch that again on the replay to see the difference between the two arching. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's really hard to get it. It's like walking. It's hard to get the model walk because that's the model's walk with the groin forward and not the belly. The navel walk forward. It's a walk that kind of a ducky walk that it's not beautiful, right? When we walk that way, it's not really, but when the hips go, when the groin goes forward, it's a really beautiful walk when we see the models walk, right? So then that this part of the body is forward. So we avoid this looking like that. So we more look that way. So that the hamstring sometimes has to be very flexible in that walk like a supermodel. I guess
Okay.
I guess women would be more interested in that kind of walk than men, but but also that doesn't create lordosis, the pain in the lower back, because that avoids that spine, the arch spine too much, the arch spine, so that it's a good for the posture.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing, when he's on his back, he notices there's like the natural space under his lumbar area, and he was asking, "Do you like put something?" I don't know. I guess he's sensitive to it for some reason.
So
How
when
they're
he raises the abs, that will make the spine neutral. So
okay.
when he
Yeah.
flexes the spine, the abs, that it's the same like standing and standing tall, right? When we are here, when you inhale and you brace the abs, that right away eliminate this arch in the lumbar area. Because then when you lay down, the same area, when you flex the abs, that will eliminate lordosis, to arch in the lower back.
Okay. Thank you so much. That will help a lot.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Margaret, so how's the law going on?
Great jokes, Jersey. But we all know that law offices don't accept people unless they've
Unless what?
unless they have like network in the community and stuff. But for now, I'm working as a controls engineer, and that job is like the people are kinder so far, like to my astonishment. So hooray!
People are kind?
Kinder, yes. Like no one's directly insulted me, but I figure it's only a matter of time.
Well, you never know, right? So
Yeah, you never know. Like you never know.
you think about other
Versus
people, not about yourself, and then you will be okay.
yeah.
I think about always other people and what they do, and it's more interesting that me. I'm not interested in myself, so I'm interested in people. So when you do this kind of way of living, then everybody will like you. So it's like everything is good. But when you start really thinking about too much about yourself, then can end up having problems because you just talk too much about yourself, not about others. Well, it's better to praise others than yourself. Simple.
I genuinely do try. We'll see.
Yeah. And when you do it, then you don't see that people don't praise you or they don't like you or whatever. It's not really important that people don't like me. I really, it's okay. So for me, it's like goes into one ear and goes away with the other, like meditation and hear the birds. So it's the same with people that would say something to me that is negative. I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested more to tell them how great they are. So it's more fun. And then eventually they see that they say how great they are, and they lose completely the power of hurting somebody, or in this case, me.
Jersey, did you go to Poland to get another award?
No. I took Natalie, our daughter, and her boyfriend, and we spent 2 weeks in Poland. And it was interesting because when we are really both different than the kids are, in 20s. So that's big difference between us. So they live in a different existential place. So they like different things and they have different intensity. So we had to adapt to all of it and not be what we are. It took a little bit of learning, but we did, and we gave kids the space, but it was more vacation, and I don't know how to vacation. Like for me, vacation is a weird story. Like I don't go to places and hang on there and be on the beach and be like I don't know what it means. I don't know how to do vacation. Go and do nothing for 2 weeks. That's strange. So I had to find myself there really how to be on a vacation. I was not on a vacation for 40 years, so like okay. So I when I travel, I always travel to people to do something. I have a certain purpose and so on. So this is my vacation. But vacation that like regular people do, that they go somewhere and they like not to do anything. that is for me was really strange, and not only for Anila as well. But we adapted. I had from Germany 2 clients that they came and I had sessions with them. And then I had in Poland a session with Grzegorz. So, that was nice. They still work for fun. Did some Zooms, and yeah, it was more interesting for me. But it was intense because we saw very intense places. We went to Auschwitz, and I've never been to Auschwitz. Wrote a lot of books and did translations, but never been actually in the place. That is very, very difficult, very hard to really be there. But the experience is important to know what happened and to see it, actually, to experience them. We went to Polin, Jewish 1,000 years history in Warsaw. Went to Wieliczka, that is the salt mine, and we walked down, and then that was really cool. And then we were in Warsaw and hang out and on streets and eating ice creams. That
Do you still have family there in Poland?
we have families, but we didn't plan to see them because we more align everything with to show the kids the things in Poland. Aaron has never been there, and Natalie was there when she was about 6 years old, so everything it kind of was new for them, the language and culture, and they love Poland, and food and everything is just different. Krakow is a beautiful place. I think I could live in Krakow. I was just thinking, what city I could live in the world if I was not in US? And I think that I could live in Krakow. I didn't see Milan because I think about Italy, about that could be also a place to live and to enjoy, and arts and fashion and people. I think that people is the most important, and how culture is. And Krakow is very interesting place to be. People are pleasant and they are calm. They are content, and it's really good to be around people, and they are interested in you, and there's conversations all the time, everywhere. So in Warsaw is more fast pace, it's more dynamic and more powerful, right? More people go do things and get things, and then in Krakow, people really enjoy life. They, it's that's why it's easier to be there. Okay, something else. We have 3 exercises to cover, right? The last 3. Oh, we covered everything.
No, we have the last 3.
All right. So, if there are no questions, then we'll move on.
I missed last class. I don't know if you sent the video. I didn't get it.
I don't know when it was. So
It was on Yella on July 29th, I think.
Okay.
And
probably didn't record.
she did I think she was recording it. We just didn't. I don't know if you got the recording though.
No, I think that she didn't record. She thought that she recorded, but I think that she didn't, because I was
Okay.
looking for that recording, and I think I sent you the notes, right?
No, I didn't get them.
Didn't say the notes either. From Grammar, not Grammar, the what is it called? Granola. No?
Oh yeah, I'm interested in the granola.
Yeah, so I think I sent just only that is the
You were looking for it, but you didn't find it. Did you find it?
yeah, I have granola, yeah. I found let me see. What was the date? What is today's date? 19. So it was no, we came 15, so it could be. This is the first time that we meet, right? So we didn't meet last week.
Right.
So we came on 15, so that wouldn't be. So this is the first weekend after our travel. Okay? Ready for the working hinges?
Yep.
All right. Let's go for it. So working hinges is very interesting. Let me get that pin. All right. So the shoulders are usually tight. So it's important to work on them to make them flexible so they move in the rotator cuff. So it's not really frozen, so the arms can go move back, and there is an opening in, so the frozen shoulder, when it happens, you have a problem. So let's say some people can go only open that way and that no more, that's fine. Then you work on until you open more, and eventually you will become that there is you like a perfect line, 180 degrees, and all both forearms are aligned in a really straight line. So how do we execute this? Also, there are 2 ways to move it in the joint, or you could move the whole shoulder blades back and in the joints as well. So it's really up to you. I like to focus more on only working in the joint and not working with the shoulder blades. So how to execute the move? We stand like a regular stand, inhale, tight, move the toes up, lift, and that is the lift. Usually the lift ends up around here, wherever the stretch would begin. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move the elbows forward. So when you are in the position, move a little bit elbow forward so you can create that turn in the shoulder and not really move that. So when you're here, so you can do not move the shoulder blade, but focus on the moving in the joint. So let's do it again. Inhale, tight, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So focus on movement in the shoulder, right? And not so much like moving the whole shoulder blade. Okay, one more time. Inhale, tight, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back, and exhale. One thing also here that focus on that elbows stay close to the body and moving instead of being away out of the body. So elbows are close. Okay, questions here? All right, no question.
Well, I think I filmed myself doing this a while ago and it looked different than how I mentally thought I was doing it. I thought I was doing coming up to like a right angle, but I was actually tilting a little too further up. So it should be like when you're standing straight out to the side, like 90 degrees is the goal, not like above or below.
Yeah, that when it comes, it's 90 degrees here, the elbows, right? And then open and keep the 90 degrees between the bicep and the forearm. So it's not like this, right? So you really keep that angle here and keep the rotation and that way. Okay? Another question? All right, power tower. So this is the king of the happy body. That exercise is the reason why the whole system exists. It is the most difficult exercise, and it is the exercise that is the opening toward the Olympic weightlifting. So this exercise is the doorway toward the Olympic weightlifting. It means that if you do it, then you can do snatches, you can do clean and jerk, you can do whatever Olympic weightlifters do, and you have enough flexibility and mobility to make it happen. You can be taught, if you can do that exercise, you can be taught snatches in 5 minutes. So that's when sometimes I have dancers or gymnasts, they can do the snatches like this. They can spend 5 minutes and they snatch. So this flexibility that is needed, this exercise provides it and also prevents from problems. So if you teach yourself more difficult exercises that require complex flexibility like this one, so you can teach yourself and you will prevent problems with injuring yourself and pulling the muscles and so on. If you can do this exercise, means you can go ski, even though you didn't ski for 8 months, but you want to ski and you go to the mountain and you ski the whole 8 hours and next day you will be ready to go, and you will not be sore, you will not have anything, because the flexibility that is needed is there. And usually that's what happens when we ski, that our flexibility is challenged and we get tighter next day, and then we are sore in pain. All right, let's go and do the power. So you know how the rising tower is, so that it will be easy to really learn right now. So inhale, tight, bring the dumbbells here, you open, and instead of pressing, you're sitting, you press the dumbbells, you lock the elbows, and then you stand up. You lower and exhale. So the squat that happens, first squat that you go all the way down, be sure that you don't bend, but you descend, like we teach over and over. The squat is descending, not bending. So when you're here, be sure that you push the knees forward and you descend, right? So let's do it, the whole thing, how it works. Inhale, tight, left, okay? Questions?
Yeah, is it better, Jersey, so I've been doing a couple of years now, is it better just to not go, you always want to go a bit faster than you can, so do you think I might be going down too far, or is it better to take it really easy?
Yeah, it's the A, B, and C. If you do A, B, then you inhale, tight, right? And then slowly controlling down.
Where does the exhale begin? Because you said you just inhale. The exhale begins like when you
Always
release.
Exhale is always when you finish the routine.
Okay, cool.
Exhale happens when there is no movement. So inhale happens, no movement. Exhale happens, no movement. So when you finish all the movement, then always exhale happens in every exercise. So, when in this one, for example, inhale tight, right? You stretch, you return, and then exhale. So exhale always happens when you finish all the movement, then is the exhale. Good?
Yeah. Is it better, do you think, to have a slightly more weight and go down less far for the squat than try and go down too far and get too much weight at the same time?
Well, it just depends, because if you care for the flexibility, so lighter weight and deeper, if you want strength and build up, then you can go higher with the box and heavier weight. Then you can mix this during different days, right? On Monday, you can do the flexibility, and on Tuesday, you can do the strength, and then mix again.
I have here and there mixed in doing it with a barbell. I'm curious how I would approach that from a programming perspective. Like if I'm using 25 or 30-pound dumbbells, I would use that for power tower. How does that translate to the bar? Do I just keep it equivalent or
If you can do with dumbbells, it's more difficult with dumbbells. So
okay?
if you go forward to the bar, you can do more weight. You can start with, so let's say you have 225, it's 50 pounds. and you go into the bar and you do 50 pounds, it's a lot of easier. So you can put more weight, at least 10, 20%. Then when you reverse, then you do less. So when you work with a bar and it's 40 pounds, then you don't go to 20 and 20, you go to 15 and 15. So
Is there a full like 18 exercise layout for using just the barbell for like replacing all the dumbbell exercises? Obviously you can't do
there's
some
only
of them.
there's
It would
only
just be one, right? Yeah,
yeah, there is only one place that you can actually do the bar is called squats, sitting tower, rising tower, and the
right.
back. You
I
can
feel like you could do the deadlifts for the bar.
no, you can because they are on the side.
Oh,
So
okay.
on
That's
the
true.
side, and you go that way. The only the one that you could is the front one. So the front, the take about the first one,
Right.
because your dumbbells are in the front, so they are that way, right? But then they go to the back, so it's a
Hmm.
different. Uh, there are uh, there are bars that you can hold them to deadlift. That's kind of a diamond bar that
Yeah, the trap bar, yeah.
can
Yeah.
actually do, right? Yeah, you could do that, but it will be really hard because you go more forward than you don't go really in the deadlift that way. So it's a stiff legs deadlift, not deadlift. Stiff legs because it's like the knees are locked. That's why
Right.
we call it that way. All right. So any other question for the power tower?
Um, my I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier. I tweaked my back again last week. A little frustrating. It's the second time I've done, third time I've done it with Happy Body. First time was I was going way too fast and I did a rising tower. And right when I hit the bottom with like 10-pound weights, I felt the tweak in my back. And the last two times have been with sitting tower with like 40 or 50 pounds. And I think I just wasn't bracing towards the bottom. But I think my hamstrings are just generally have not loosened up that as much as I would have thought they were. Um, and so I think it's a combination of not really, of maybe being distracted, or being overtrained and not, I should have done an A day when instead I did a B or a C. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any, I feel like I've been doing all the full exercises for a while now and my hamstrings and hips still get a little tight. Um, do you have any tips on that? Or do you need to see video, you think? Or
Now you have to remove your expectations. So you have to work with flexibility, but without expectations. Then you will create micro progression and wait enough time until the body releases. So be careful with lowering the box and make the flexibility more challenging, because if you go too fast, the flexibility is not ready for the level and it will get tighter instead of being the same. So the flexibility, when you throw the back out or whatever, it's not really that. It's just that the muscle gets tight and gets locked. So it's all flexibility here. If you are flexible, you will never experience the throwing the back out and so on. It just happens to people because the spinal erector is usually tight, and then it's challenged, it becomes more tight. And then we have pain, where the threshold of pain is broken and the brain receives the message, pain, right? But the pain is because you challenge yourself, you challenge the flexibility, and then you become less flexible than more. So flexibility is the softness that we really need to train, and we need the body that is soft, is flexible, instead of really tight, right? So when you do the routine, when you are here, let's say, you have to be really everything easy, and then you have to wait for it instead of expectations build up that you should go an inch down and down. So the worst is the obsession about building the flexibility. And because of that obsession, we actually losing the time of the flexibility that is permitted for us, the body show us, the way, instead of we mentally think about how that's supposed to be. So enjoy more sitting in the positions and relaxing the groin, relaxing the hamstrings, and wait until you achieve that. And once you achieve that, then you can progress an inch down and achieve again the same thing. And one day you will become flexible. So the worst thing, as I said, is to speed up mentally the process. You have to be comfortable in every position and be like water. And you have to wait to achieve that. And if you mentally push, you can work 10 years and you will be not flexible. You will be the same way. It's a kind of what people say, plateau. Why is it plateau? Because we do not wait for the body to create this possibility for the next step. We force the step and the body locks in. And it's like with overtraining is the same story. When people break the records too fast, and eventually the body cannot sustain it, and then people develop that disappointment and frustrations. So you enjoy, you take the ownership of the body, and then watch the body, how the body moves, whether the body enjoys the places, because that's the only way that you can be flexible. Why not many people are flexible in the world? Because they either don't do anything, or those who try to do, they go too fast. And once you go too fast, the body will not have enough time to adapt to the challenging levels and finding the comfort in it. And because of that you will experience going backward, because you will have tensions and pains and problems. Does it sound good?
Yeah, I think I need to make an adjustable box. I haven't been using a box in a while. I'm about to move and make a new home gym, so looking
Well,
forward to it.
you can do the copy paper, right? Buy in Costco copy paper and stack them up, and it will be easier for you to remove the paper as much as you want. So the more
Oh,
microaggression, the better it is. Eventually, you think about being flexible in life, right? And you can't be flexible like anybody can be flexible. But to be flexible is to be able to have this soft brain, soft mind. And if you don't have it, you will not be flexible. It's impossible to do that. And Yes? Who was it? Somebody said something?
Oh,
So,
no.
that mind, the mindset, it has to be the mindset of the very pleasant, kind mind. I coached one day a ballet dancer, and then she said, if you could really relax the brain, you could you could become flexible right away. I said, yeah, well, yeah, that's true for the brain part, but still you work with this physical nature of the body. But if you don't have that mind that permits that possibility for the body to eventually achieve that flexibility, that you will never get it, because you will challenge the body will not be ready, and the body will go backward. It means you get tighter. But the flexibility anybody can achieve, that you just need that that soft brain, and not to create this anxiety with expectations. That's why I over and over tell people, zero expectations, have the goals, but no expectations. Enjoy the movements, what you do. In coaching, it's the same story. You can enjoy doing snatches, 300-pound snatch, and it can be, you really enjoy the pleasure of doing it when the whole body system is ready. If you start moving too fast and trying to break those records, in a fast mode, then eventually you break yourself. You break yourself either with the physical body, or you break the mind, that you deplete the mind, and the mind will get backward into disappointment and anxiety and frustration and so on. And you lose the micro progression and the joy of actually improving. Cool?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. So the final bow. Feet together, and this is the same as the ankle bow, but the feet were apart. Here, feet together, inhale tight, get in, right? And get out. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The shoulders go backward here and not only up. And in the first bow, the shoulders are in the front position. So take a bow, the shoulders are here in the front, right? Ankle bow, shoulders are up and down. Final bow, shoulders go backward on a 45 degrees, and the trapezius are really working, and the bicep is not working here, so there is no bending. So it's only one place that the muscle that is working is trapezius, front, up, back. Okay, exercise. Inhale, tight. Move the hips backward, feel the hamstrings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale and release. Question about? All right, so we covered the whole thing. And now, when you do let me remove the pin. Now, when you do the program, when you have all these free sequences, when you do the 6666 in an A version, so you go through the whole system, you do 1, 1, and 1 every exercise is 15 seconds for the repetitions, it's 30 minutes. If you do 2, 2, and 2, then the repetition should be about 9 seconds, and that will be also 30 minutes. That's building the strength. The C version is when you do 3 and 3 and 3. That is more version for the cardio version, and the repetition is 5 seconds. So you decide now how you want to set it up. And if you want to set it up, like say A, and B, and then A, and C, or A, B, and C, A, B, and C, it's really up to you. It's more important what really is more important should really take over, but never really forget about A because it's the mindfulness and being if you are tired, you're exhausted, you're traveling, always do the A version. So you can do the A version without the dumbbells, like we travel, and sometimes we don't have any dumbbells. So we just use the arms and keep the stretching, keep the flexibility moving. And then when you have dumbbells, sometimes in hotels, you can do the version B or C, and you can roll. And be sure that every 1-2 days you do again especially after traveling heavy days, being tired, like I said, and so on. If you build strength, you do B version, and if you want to train your heart, you do the C version. Okay? Okay, any questions for this? We'll probably, when we meet next time.
I know this might sound, this.
Who was it?
Jersey, are we not doing the first 6, then the second 6, and the third 6 each time?
We do 6 is we do the 6 repetitions, but we go 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, then we go 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6, 6, 6, 6. How many rounds we do is the version A and B and C. We can do 1 and 1 and 1, or 2 and 2 and 2, or 3 and 3 and 3. But whatever we do, we had to be 30 minutes long.
So the 1, the 2, and the 3. What I've been doing is the 1, 2, and 3, and then the 1, 2, and 3 over again. Is that not the right way to do it?
No, you have to do 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and 3 and 3.
Okay.
Because it's a difficulty, is working vertically. So from 1, which is easier, go to 2. So if you do 1, 1, 1, then it's preparing you for 2 and 2 and 2. And then,
so I'm doing 1 and 1, and then 2 and 2, and 3 and 3 for my 6 sets of 6.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Good. All right. Word for the day.
Can you say what we're going to do next week first?
Next week we'll just do more about the whole thing.
Oh, awesome.
Nathan?
Costco paper.
That's really funny. Anita, give me the word.
Flexibility.
Hey, that's a good one. John?
Slow.
Bill?
Nope. I was doing it wrong.
Melanie?
Soft.
Good. Margaret?
6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
So mine is gentle. So be gentle, embrace this, think about cats, how gentle they are and how that body can be so soft, right? And they are just so easygoing. Once they attack, they become just incredible fast machines, right? But when they lay down and they move and roll, they are just this gentle things, right? And movable and flexible. But that gentle, think about this gentle, gentle, gentle. And trade more, include that into your every repetition. How to really create this soft move, right? Enjoyable, like cats are stretching, and move self out, right? So how you create all of it, and that's the mind that it's like pulling instead of jerking thing, and not the mind that wants now. The mind that wants now is the mind that you have to completely eliminate, because that's the mind that has this expectations that contribute to not achieving. But that's when we do not achieve, because it cannot be done right now. But if you have that mind that has to be now, that is the mind that is needs help, and helping with that mind takes time. The mind that is instant gratification mind, it's a really good mind too, like racers have, right? And racers, the instant gratification means every turn, everything is like it's the pleasure for them, it's the movement and so on. So the instant gratification and delayed gratification are both working very well. But with most jobs is that delayed gratification is needed. And that instant gratification is interfering with progress, with accumulation, with actually achieving long-term goals. All right, guys.
Thank you.
See you in a week.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jersey.
Bye.
Jersey,
Thank you, everyone.
Did you say you sent the granola thing?
Yeah. That
You
was
sent
it.
it?
Yep.
Okay.